Okay, Jacob, let's take a look at your model here and see what we're doing. So you got an error here. An error like this kind of makes your model go slow. It takes a long time for it to rebuild. It's got to think a lot. Heats up the room, that sort of thing. But it also, might potentially cause a crash, and you don't want that. So you want to get your model all cleaned up. Anything like the sketch might be kicking out here that you don't really need, we're going to have to kind of take care of that. But I think that's connected to your linear pattern. So if you take your rollback bar, go to that linear pattern. Let's see what you're doing here. And it looks like you're using that line over here on a separate sketch to define a direction, but just use this edge. Use an edge that's already on the model. Don't create extra geometry. It just, it takes more time if you do that. So let's go ahead and click on that. Select on that edge. That would be good. Take that arrow. Let's go ahead and reverse that. So it's going off in the right direction. Green check mark. Right click on that sketch since it's underdefined. Let's go ahead and delete that. Okay, and this linear pattern here, you're just trying to duplicate this other linear pattern here, and yeah, you don't really need to do that. It's causing errors. I'm going to go ahead and suppress that, but go ahead and delete that. And then our counter bore and our cut extrude. Don't forget to rename your features here. And you should have, let's go ahead and check your mask properties before we move on. So 30, 33, 23 there, and then 87, 73, 1286, and 683 in the negative. So it looks right. So everything's good there. So yeah, so what is this? What is this? Where is that at? I don't know. It looks like you're dimensioning in 3D space. Let's go ahead and get rid of that stuff. Remember, get rid of all that stuff you don't need in your model. Don't leave anything under the rollback bar, because I sometimes will take that rollback bar and roll it down to the bottom, and then your model blows up. Don't want to do that. So make your model nice and clean when you get done with it, when you send it to me. So this revolve feature, you asked where to put it. If you're to right click on that and go to edit sketch plane right now, you're like on this thing. Got to be real careful with your sketching and stuff. You can't just start arbitrarily out here. You have to really be deliberate about what you're selecting. Don't want that face. What you really want to do is the reason why the origin's right in the middle here is because you have a plane that goes right down in the middle, and that's the right plane. So click the right plane, green check mark. You still got that error in there, or you got a new error, but yeah, so there you go. There it's in place. So let's go ahead and see what's going on here. So let's right click on that and let's go ahead and edit that sketch. So you have some relationships that are no longer there. Maybe it's all part of that sketch I deleted, but gosh, if you don't need it, don't put it in there. There's plenty of geometry in a model right now that you could use. So that tangent relationship, let's go ahead and delete that for now. The coincident, let's delete that dangling relationship. Let's go normal to the screen so we see what we're doing. Now let's take this line and put it right in that edge. Click them both with the control key to press. Let's make that collinear. And then this arc and that edge over here too. Make sure you pick the edge, not a point. So we're going to delete that one and we're going to make that tangent. So that should make that black. So 25, that's good. Right there in the middle, that should be correct. You have a tangent over here, which is good. Swinging over here. Now, what defines this? It should be defined by this over here. I don't know if it is or not, but let's see. Coincident, horizontal to what? It's a horizontal line, midpoint. Coincident to what? So you got a point up here. What's this point doing here? Let's go ahead and delete that. Yeah, don't put extra stuff in here. That's gonna throw you off. So now we have a line out here. Oh, you're defining that with that dimension. Let's do this. As it says in the directions, you want to make that line and this edge over here, you want to make those collinear to each other. And this dimension up here is just a double check it, but remember, dimension between an arc and a line over here goes to be the diameter, and that's the radius. You want the diameter. Just drop it in there, and you're going to make that driven, so that's okay. It's just a double check. And then let's go ahead and click on that dimension. Let's go to leaders and make sure that's at its maximum condition. So it just double checks it. We know it's at 60. So what is this? First of all, you need a tangent relationship, it says in the drawing, between all of your arcs and lines. You don't have one here. If you were to put one in there, it goes to error. So what you don't need is that guy. You don't need that line in here. I don't know what that is. Let's get rid of that. And you don't need a coincident relationship in this. In fact, you don't even need that. Let's not put extra stuff in there that we don't need. So this and this are merged, and those two elements over there are going to be tangent. That works out. Don't put extra stuff in here. You got to be careful about that. Just read the directions. Everything is tangent, so you don't have to really line up everything. And then this point's going to make everything. I don't know what it's doing out there, but don't put extra points in there. If they end up floating out there, it's going to make your model underdefined. So if we do Control Z and bring that point back and rebuild this, still got an error there, but now it says it's underdefined. If you got rid of that point, it will be defined again. Okay, so what is this? You have a light line up here. And what does that mean? It means you have a line that's stacked, or oh, we have a dangling relationship in there at distance. Let's go ahead and delete that. Okay, now we have some freedoms up here. Let's see what we're doing. So we have a distance relationship. So what we do is we put a dimension between that arc and a center line. I don't know if you have a center line down here, but that's okay. We could choose that edge, and that'll work out too. So let's go ahead and take that dimension. Shouldn't be that value, but according to the drawing here, if you're looking at the drawing, it should be 40 inches, but 40 inches off the top. So again, you're going over here to liters, going to maximum, make that 40. Now I think that's complete. If we were to rebuild this, go to our mass properties, 3463, that looks right. 8004, 1675, and minus 610. Yeah. So yeah, just double checking it again. Yep, that's right. That's what you have to do. So bottom line, don't put extra stuff in your sketches you don't need. If it's not in a drawing, don't do it. Don't put extra points and center lines in there to try to line things up. Read the directions. Where you failed in this thing was making sure that all the arcs were tangent to each other, and there was only one straight line in here, and that was the line that defines this. But that was also tangent to this arc and that arc up here. Don't forget to put dimensions between the arc and a surface and choose a maximum condition there. That's something you need to learn. And don't put in redundant features in here. You had that in there too, and make sure you choose the correct plane. Not that plane, but the right plane. Remember, the right plane and the front plane here both go through the origin. You can choose those to make sure that this is it's got a symmetric relationship to that, to the model at least. So, we'll see you in class tomorrow.